want to usher in the music team to help us sing the anthems. Then from there we usher in the contestants, and we will continue from there. So we are going to do our national anthem, one stanza, our school anthem, then we call in our contestants. Can we be on our feet? St. Bakhita anthem. you. We may take our seats. Now, at this point, I want to usher in the contestants. They will be marching in with their deputies. My request to all of us, when they come in, we appreciate them. So the first contestant is Grace Nelima, coming in with Joshua Sila. So that is, continue appreciating them as they come in. So the president to have a seat here and the deputy there. The deputy this side. The second contestants, we have Rian Habib and Janelle Atieno. Can we continue appreciating them until they get here? So the president, you take your seat this side, and the deputy that side. Then the next contestant is Natalie Ngwasi, coming in with Howie Ogala. Let's walk faster, faster. Can we continue appreciating them until they pick their seats? So the president, the second, the third seat, and the deputy there. Next, we have Eddie Travis and Angel Amani. Let's continue appreciating them until they take their seats. That is Eddie Travis and Angel Amani. The next one is Alvin Wasike and Belita Mengich Wanja. Alvin Wasike and Belita Mengich Wanja. Please have your seats. Then the last but not least is Samantha Angel and Adriel Ryan. Can we appreciate them as they come in? Let's continue appreciating them until they take their seats. So, karibu sana, the contestants. Now, allow me to take this opportunity to give our contestants some rules that will be guiding this session. And you adhere to this so that we make the process smooth. Number one, to all the contestants, strictly keep time. Strictly keep time. You will be given some questions and you'll be allowed a few minutes or a few seconds to respond. So please keep time. Number two, you are allowed to ask questions, to seek clarity, and to rebuttal what your contestants or your fellow contestants have said. Something else that you need to note, wait for your turn to speak. Wait for your turn to speak. Again, you may raise your hand to seek clarity or defend a point. You may raise up your hand to seek clarity or defend your points. Something else, you must be well dressed, and I want to appreciate all of us. You look pretty. Can we appreciate them? Something else, thank you. Something else, no use of abusive language or gestures. You must remain disciplined and uphold it. Then lastly, please allow the moderators to control the session. Allow the moderators to control the session. Thank you so much. Welcome to all of us, those who are following us online. This is the St. Bakhita School. This is our 2025 presidential debates. We understand in a few days, on 11th of February, we will be doing our elections to select our governors and our presidents. And that's why we've made this session, so that we bring you up to speed on what is happening here at St. Bakhita School. Thank you so much. I want to take this opportunity to call in my moderators, and they pick up from there. So Teacher Eunice, you may pick up from there. Thank you so much.
Good morning, everyone. I am Teacher Eunice, and welcome for this session. I want to give this opportunity to our contestants to introduce yourself. In your introduction, kindly acknowledge your deputy, your family members, and any other relative or sibling that is around. I want to start off with Nelima Grace.
Good morning, everyone. I go by the name Grace Nelima. I'm vying for the seat of presidency. My deputy goes by the name Joshua Sila. Here with me, I have my mother and my brother here. Yes.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Rian Habib, and my deputy is Janelle Otieno. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning once again. My name is Natalie, and I'm vying to be to the seat of president, and my deputy president is Hawi Ogala. Here with me, I have my mother. Her name is Emily. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Eddie Travis. I am a student of grade 9-2 of Nairobi. I am joined here by my deputy, Angel Amani. And I have just been joined by my parents, who are currently working in. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Alvin Wasike, and I thank God for this opportunity to stand before you here. First and foremost, I would like to introduce my deputy, Belita Mengich. And with me here today, who has supported me every step of the way, is my father here. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Samantha Angel, a student of 9-1, and my deputy is Adriel Ryan. Thank you.
Okay, we'll now move to the next session, and that is the start of our formal debate. We now want to hear from the contestants what they want to present to us and how they're going to sell themselves out. I will invite my fellow panelist, Teacher Eva, to start off.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Teacher Eva, and I'm going to start by asking this question to Grace Nelima. What inspired you to run for this post? Thank you.
What inspired me was I have always been passionate to run for president. In this school, ever since I came, I've noticed many different areas that needed some change. And deep in my heart, changing something and making a difference in a school has always been my passion. The things that I might want to change is things related to the sports sector, adding events, and improving the discipline in the school.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Teacher Mola. They say ladies first. Since we've started with the ladies, I'll go to the gents. I'll go with Eddie Travis. What inspired you to run for this position?
Thank you very much for this opportunity to be speaking to you all. I was inspired by a fellow president. I think you might all know him, Donald Trump. He's a very hardworking guy, and he's also a people person. For those who don't know, Donald Trump created TikTok. No, not created TikTok, but I created a TikTok account in which he connects with the people and shares opinions with the people. So I was really inspired by him, and I figured out that even as a president, you can still talk to the people like you're one of them. Thank you very much.
My question goes to Samantha Angel. What inspired you to run for this post? Thank you. 2 minutes.
I was inspired by Harris Kamala, the first presidential candidate, the first female presidential candidate of the United States of America, and I was inspired by her because she took the opportunity and vied for the seat, even though her gender, because there are some stereotypes about women not being able to lead. Thank you.
My question goes to Habib. Habib, kindly tell us what inspired you to run for this post.
I was inspired by my classmates. They were planning on vying for the position president, which they were complaining that they were not going to win. So I tried and I won nominations.
My question goes to Natalie. Natalie, what inspired you to run for this position?
So what inspired me was the female president of Tanzania. Her name is Samia Suluhu Hassan. She inspired me because of her courage and her confidence. Thank you.
Last but not least, Alvin Wasike. Would you please tell us why you decided to go for the top seat, that is the presidential seat?
I was inspired by not only my father, but also Barack Obama of United States of America. Being a foreigner, it was quite difficult for him to hit the road running. And his perseverance, his innovativeness really inspired me. And this position will also allow me to develop myself, not only as a leader of this school, but as a prominent leader in this nation.
Thank you so much to the contestants. And we move to our next question. All of you want to be elected in as the school president of St. Bakhita Schools. We want to hear from you. What are the main responsibilities of a school president? And we'll go first. Travis Eddy.
So, the responsibilities of a president are very many, but I'll only highlight a few. One of which is to maintain order in the school. Another is to act as a role model. Someone who every student can look up to and say, wow, I want to become like this guy. And also, the last but not least, the last responsibility of a president is to act as a medium of communication between students and the teachers. Thank you very much.
My second question goes to Samantha Angel. What are the main responsibilities of a president of the school? Thank you.
Thank you for the question. The main responsibilities of a president in a school is to lead the school and be someone who people look up to, someone who people want to follow in their footsteps. Thank you.
My question goes to Alvin. What, if you were to be elected the president, what will be your responsibility? Alvin.
My first responsibility / priority would be ethical excellence and discipline from the learners. And my second responsibility would be one, like a role model, who these kids could look up to and say, I would like to be like this person. Thank you.
Habib, this is your question. What is the role of a school president?
Thank you for the question. The role of a school president is to lead the school and to act like a role model to the school. Thank you.
I pose this question to Natalie Ngwasi. What is the role of a president in a school? Thank you.
The role of a president is to listen to everyone and their interests, also to talk directly to people about their problems. Thank you.
Then finally, we have Grace Nelima. Kindly tell us, what is the responsibility of a school president?
As president, my major responsibilities will be working as a connection from the teachers to the learners, bringing them to a clear agreement on whatever the learners want to be taken into action. And I will also be responsible for holding meetings with the student government so that we can see what can be done in discipline cases and everything that needed to be done in educational academics.
Thank you. And to our next question. We are aware that all of us are students. We have schoolwork, we have extracurricular, and now we want to get into the school leadership. Kindly elaborate to us how you are going to manage your role as a student and the same capacity as the school president. My question goes to Alvin Wasike.
Duty calls as president will force me to up my game. We have been taught how to multitask, not only with our schoolwork, but this opportunity to becoming a student leader. I will be able to juggle my extracurricular and schoolwork together with this leadership. Schoolwork will take top priority, and then my leadership role. Thank you.
My question goes to Eddie Travis. How would you balance schoolwork and leadership role? Thank you.
As we all know, A school president has many different duties to perform, and these duties may interfere with our learning. So, as a school president and as a Travis, I will decide that if I miss on any topic in class, I can come back and devote some time, either in school or at home, to do the work that I had missed out on. But if it is necessary, I will approach the teachers because our teachers are very approachable. So I'll approach a teacher to help me understand the concepts better. Thank you.
Next question I'll ask Samantha Angel. Samantha, how will you be able to balance your role doing both schoolwork and other activities?
Thank you for the question. I will take an example of how I was in the school play and was able to take my work and be serious with it. So I was able to perform exemplary well in the examinations. So if there's any concept I'll miss, I will go to the teachers and ask them to explain it better for me to understand it. Thank you.
Natalie Ngwasi, kindly elaborate to us how you're going to balance your role as a school president and that of your schoolwork.
So personally, I shall make a timetable for when I shall act as a lead. Okay, I'll act as a leader the whole time, but I also have to be a student of St. Bakhita School. So I shall make a timetable of my daily activities. Yes.
Habib, I pose this question to you. How would you balance schoolwork with the role of the president duties?
Thank you for the question. I would balance my schoolwork and my presidential work by completing the teacher's work on time and create time to lead the school. Thank you.
Then lastly, we have Grace. Grace, how are you going to be able to balance your role of being the school president and doing other activities in school, including co-curricular and academics?
I understand that balancing schoolwork and extracurricular activities and being president is a big responsibility. But I am committed to being a good student in class and finishing all my work. And together with the other leaders in the school, I will be holding meetings so that we can agree on things that need to be changed and the things that we need to work on, such as timings. We need to stay on track with all our timings.
Thank you so much. And now we want to move to the next session. I want to introduce our journalism, our journalist clubs, and we would want to invite Alicia to pose her questions.
To my fellow contestants, now that there are many clubless people, how will you encourage them to join a club? My question goes to Samantha.
I will help people join clubs by having classes that show them a bit of the things that happen in different clubs. An example of last week, we had a coding class and that showed us what happens in coding club. People were very excited to join the club and I'm sure people joined the club. Thank you.
My question goes to Alvin Wasike. Now that the sports docket is out, how can we bring the interclass competitions? My plan for that is to incorporate that idea into the upcoming sports day. We will create small teams of classes which will compete for class trophies, class medals, so on and so forth. Thank you.
My question goes to Natalie. Now that there are many clubless people or learners, how will you encourage them to join a club?
Thank you for that question. I will encourage learners maybe by also adding different other clubs, example, maybe crocheting clubs. So I will encourage learners. Thank you.
I pose this question to Habib. The sports docket is out, and how can we bring the inter-class competitions?
Pardon?
The sports docket is out. How can you, as a president, bring the inter-class competitions?
I can do that by encouraging learners to join competitions. Thank you.
I pose my question to Alvin Wasike. Now that there are many clubless learners, how will you encourage them to join a club?
I would start by adding fun clubs. I've noticed that students aren't joining clubs because they don't find them fun. I will create clubs such as debate club, where learners are able to express themselves verbally, so as to not only to gain confidence but also vocabulary. Thank you. My question goes to Grace Nelima. Now the sports docket is out. How can we bring the inter-class competitions?
We can do this by adding more sports that students actually enjoy. The sports that are there are some learners who are not really talented in that sport. So we can do this, we can add a sport, let's say netball. And netball is a really fun sport that every single girl can enjoy. Thank you.
I pose my question to Eddie. Now that there are many clubless learners, how will you encourage them to join a club?
I can say that I can start by talking to some of the learners and find out their concerns as to why they are not joining these clubs. Because as of some of them, they don't really enjoy these things. Some of them, but most of them, the reason is that peer pressure. When one person leaves, they say, "I need to bonge my story." So they all go together. But as a president, I will help empower students, and I will help by talking to them and trying to convince them to join clubs. Or if not, give me a suggestion of a club that I can add to the school, or rather talk with administration and see whether we can have that club added to the school. Thank you.
I want to ask this question to Angel. The sports docket is out, and how can you, as a president, bring the inter-class competitions?
I think most people don't enjoy clubs because some of them don't know how to really go about the sports that are there. For example, there are some people who are really talented in swimming, and during sports time, we only have basketball and football. So I think adding more sports will make people feel more enjoyable in the sports that we have. Thank you.
Asking this question to Eddie. Now that the sports docket is out, how can we bring in the inter-class competitions?
We can do this by talking with the administration to find time that where we can do interclasses, but if interclasses is not possible, we can arrange students in different teams as of the houses, and we can be able to do sports. Thank you.
Thank you. I want to moving on well. I want to give each one of you 2 minutes to send out yourself by giving us your manifesto. We want to hear, what is it that you advocate? What changes are you advocating to bring or what exactly is your manifesto? And I will start off with Habib.
Thank you for the question. My manifestos are encouraging learners to help each other by group work and encouraging them to be honest with each other. Thank you.
Thank you, Habib. Let's move on to Grace.
My manifestos are, the first one is that I will talk to the school administration so that they can hire a guidance and counselor. This guidance and counselor, his or her job will be to talk to some of the learners who maybe don't want to join sports, maybe they are indisciplined in classes, or maybe they don't even want to join a club. The second thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to add more sports and clubs so that after the guidance and counselor has talked to the learners, the learner can find something that can remove them from doing the indisciplined things that they have been doing and go and do more educative things with their life to build a better future.
Thank you. We move on to Natalie.
So my manifesto is I'll advocate for more clubs, example, tennis, badminton, and many others. I will also ensure that there's discipline among learners, and lastly, I will make sports and sporting day fun by sports day, both internal and external. Thank you.
Travis, come in.
So my manifesto is that I will bring well-being, student well-being and collaboration between teachers and students. And you might be wondering, how? So some of these students, very few of them, because most of them know how to voice out their opinions, some of them do not know how to voice out their opinions. And this can make some of these students become slightly shy or slightly uncooperative because they're not getting what they want, because they're unable to voice out their opinions. I, as a president, will now help empower these students to speak out what is in their minds, so that at least we can have some sense of middle between the teachers and the learners. Thank you.
Alvin?
My manifesto, my plan for this school is number one, ethical and value-based learning, to instill discipline into the students so as when they go out into the society, they are able to incorporate well and be useful. Number two is academic excellence. The school has organized competitions where the students are able to show their academic prowess. For example, essay competition, and now the upcoming World Scholars. For me, I will be there to encourage the learners to join such competitions, for them to at least get some experience and something to write well on their resume one day. My last and final one will be making sports fun. And in that way, we will achieve sporting excellence through the teaching and teaching fraternity. Thank you.
Angel?
Firstly, I will better the learning experience by encouraging active learning methods such as group work, project-based assignments, and also hand-on activities. Secondly, I will leverage technology integrations. Despite the naysayers who say that technology is a hindrance to education, we also have to add the technology in the traditional methods, not to remove the traditional methods completely, just to enhance them. Secondly, I'll advocate for more sports activities so as to identify possible talents, just to nurture our children's capabilities, just as in our mission says, to provide a holistic approach to education while nurturing children's capacity to think skillfully and critically. Thank you.
We are now moving into another part of the questions. I'm going to start with Travis. How would you, sorry, I'm so sorry. What changes do you intend to implement or put into effect? Thank you.
Some of the changes I'd like to implement into the school is that students shall now start to be able to empower each other. Because most students, who know how to do these certain things, they most likely decide to just keep to themselves and everything. So now I will be empowering these students to also help empower each other and also to respect each other as well. So that even a grade 9 and even a grade 6 can talk to each other formally and properly and without having to fear who this person is above me and everything. I will make sure that every single student is treated fairly and equally. Thank you.
Natalie, my question goes to you. What changes do you intend to implement if you are elected?
So we know there are a lot of clubless people. So I would also want to put clubs for those people who don't have clubs so that they showcase and nurture their talents. Thank you.
Okay. Grace Nalima, what new things would you want to bring on board while should you be elected the president of the school?
The new things that I'll bring is that I'll bring new clubs, new sports, so that the learners can feel like they're in a comfortable place where they can grow for a better future. I want to make a difference in this school. I want to make my name stay here forever.
My question goes to Alvin Wasike. What are some of the changes that you put into practice when elected the president?
My main focus is to bring a brand new club, debate club. This debate will prepare students for the upcoming World Scholars. And in case I am elected as president, we will design a format where there will be, let's say, matches between two debaters, and the winner proceeds to the next stage. And in the final, they are awarded with a trophy and maybe a medal. Thank you.
My question goes to Samantha Angel. If you were to be elected the school president, what changes are you going to bring about?
I'm going to encourage students to join clubs by downplaying the importance of co-curricular activities in their overall education experience. I will also act as a link between teachers and students so as to voice their opinions and so that we can create cohesion between the teachers and the students. Thank you.
Habib, I pose this question to you. What changes would you put into effect if you become the president today? Thank you.
Thank you for the question. The changes that I would put into the school, encouraging learners to do more group work if needed to, encouraging learners to join clubs of their choice, something that they actually want to do. Thank you.
Thank you. We're moving on well. And on to our next question. We are aware that you as the student government, there are issues among learners that you would want to address. Kindly explain or tell us, how do you intend to address this issue, and what are some of these issues that learners do have? And my question goes to Angel.
I honestly don't think there's so many challenges in our school because teachers do a good job to work on them and find possible solutions. The only thing I can say is try to improve order. There is order in our school, but I think it needs a little more work. By this, I will ensure that everyone goes home and for meals in a single file in order to prevent collisions between the lower learners and the upper learners. Thank you.
My question goes to Alvin Wasike. How would you address the concerns of the students if they are brought to you on the table?
First of all, I'll give them a listening ear. Let's say it's something petty, something that is easily resolvable. I would approach the deputy head teacher, and we would discuss on how we would resolve this issue. Thank you.
Next, I will move to Eddie Travis. You have talked about empowering the learners and enabling them to have a conversation between themselves and the teachers. So my question to you is, if they were to approach you with their concerns, how are you going to be able to address those concerns?
First of all, I can address these concerns by checking the suggestion box. As there is a suggestion box in each of our branches, which is usually at the front of the school. So I will go check these suggestion boxes, I will review them carefully with my deputy, and I will look for ways that I can try to improve and try to fit the needs of the learners. I will, together with the administration of the school, we will see which demands are necessary and possible, and which ones are not possible. Thank you.
My question goes to Grace Nelima. If a learner came with some concerns today, how would you address them?
Firstly, I will check if what they are telling me is possible or not possible. Secondly, if that's what they want is possible, I will go ahead and talk to the school administration to see if there is anything that can be done to at least reach the needs of the students.
I'll pose my question to Habib. If a learner were to approach you with a concern, how are you going to be able to address this concern?
I would try to answer that question that I was asked by the learner, and also asking the teachers if what I had said were correct.
Natalie, tell us how you intend to address learners' concerns should you be elected.
First, I listen to all the learners and their concerns, and then I go to the deputy head teacher and see if it is possible to change it.
Thank you. We're moving on well. We now want to move to the next session. We want to move on to the next session. We will allow the audience to ask you a few questions. The questions can be addressed to an individual directly, or the question can be a random question. So if it is a random question, any candidate can pick the question.
morning. My name is Jason Jude Lumula from grade 5-2, and my question goes to Alvin Wasike. What are the biggest challenges that students face, and how will you address them?
I feel that the biggest challenge that our students here at St. Bakhita Sabaki face is not having their voices heard. Therefore, I will bring something called a suggestion box, where they can slip a note inside and write their complaints.
Good morning. My name is Imora Keza. I'm from grade 9-2. My question goes to Grace Nelima. How would you command respect from JSS learners, especially grade 9, considering the fact you're from a lower grade?
What I will do is that each and every one of us here are equal, and we all deserve the same amount of respect. So it is not a must that just because you're from a higher grade than me, you cannot give me respect.
Good morning. My name is Jeremy Oviti of grade. My name is Jeremy Oviti of grade H1. The question goes to Samantha. How would you command respect from JSS learners?
I honestly think that respect is paramount because everyone has a right to get respect from anyone and everyone. It doesn't matter your age, your gender, or anything. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Zurel. I'm in grade 3-3. My question goes to Natalie. Does your manifesto, along with the school motto, kindly explain?
One of my manifesto was to advocate clubs. I would add more clubs, example, maybe crochet and cooking club. They'll help students nurture their talents and grow to be young professions such as chefs and fashion designers. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Amadi and my question goes to Natalie. Does your manifesto align with the school motto? Kindly explain.
Our school motto is learning as we grow. Another manifesto that I said was, I will make sports and sporting activities fun. How will I make it fun? I'll introduce other sports like rugby and other more, which help the learners also nurture their talents and become young champions. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Nola Bahati, and I have a question for Eddie Travis. What makes you stand out from all the other candidates? Why should we choose you?
I'd like to say that what stands out about me is that I am a naturally born speaker. I am used to talking to many people, and I am a very approachable person. You can ask any of the people who come from my branch. Approaching me is a very easy thing. You just come, Travis, you call me, I talk to you. We can talk about whatever you want to be improved in the school and anything else. So I think what makes me stand out is just that I am a very approachable person, I am kind, and I am a good public speaker.
My question goes to Travis.
Perhaps you don't win the elections. What are you going to do? Perhaps you don't win the elections. What are you going to do?
So, we don't always win in life. Sometimes we have losses. And personally, I am not somebody who takes losses as a bad thing, but rather I take them as a learning experience. So to answer your question, if I lost, I would not cry or do anything about it, but I would rather try to help the existing government to lead the school properly in any way that I can as a normal student. And even still, to normal students, they still approach me. They can still approach me, ask me concerns, and I will be able to talk to the president. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Rina from 6-1, and my question goes to Grace. How are you going to be better than our last president? Thank you.
What I'm going to do is way different than what she did way back then. I'm going to make a big difference in the school that you won't even imagine can happen. I will do whatever the learners want me to do as long as I can do it.
Thank you for that session. We are moving on well, almost coming to the end of the session. But before then, we want to give each one of you 1 minute to give advice to those other students who are out there who would want to become leaders either in school or in the general society. So kindly take 1 minute and give your advice to the other students out there who would want to become future leaders. We start with Samantha.
I think you should not be discouraged to vie for a position for any reason. You just have to have the mental capability to think that you can do it. Win or lose, at least you tried and had the confidence to apply for the position, which boosts your self-esteem and also gives you like a learning experience so as to know what you did wrong and how you can do better next time. Thank you.
Take it from me. I have come from far. I was once this shy boy who couldn't even stand before this crowd. But here I am today talking to all of you in this debate. I had a positive environment around me, a supportive staff, and I had a place where I can go when I have a problem. So to whoever you are, you want to become a leader in today's society, go for it. What's the worst that can happen?
To everybody out there, I just want to start by saying this. If you are feeling scared to vie for a position or to step up with the courage, trust me, I was once there. I was once told maybe 2 years back to vie for a position. I got a bit scared because I was new to the school. I said no. But later on, in the coming years, I tend to regret that I did not vie for that position. So for you out there, you should vie for whatever position you want to, because if you think you can do it, you can do it. And even though you don't manage, it's a learning experience. And these are the things when you grow old, you'll be reminding yourself about. So step up, get the courage, and go vie for that position. Thank you.
First of all, I'll tell them to be confident, because confidence is all you need in this life. And second of all, I'll tell them to lead in a just and a fair way, because you cannot be a boy and favor a boy just because they're a boy. Thank you.
Last year, I tried and vied for governor, which I lost. Then this year, I got enough courage to vie for president, and I passed elections. So never lose courage and always be confident.
The first thing I want to tell them is that they should not be afraid of loss. Losing is part of life, and everyone must go through that stage. If you win, if you lose, you can try again later. If you win, that's well and good. So you should never be afraid of loss and always be confident. And to the people who you're talking to, always tell them the truth. Never go tell them things that you cannot do yourself.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that parting shot. But before we can call it a day, I would also want to hear from you. Should you lose the upcoming elections, what happens with you? Will you agree to the results, or what next? And my question will be addressed first by Grace.
If I lose, I will just accept the facts. It is already gone, it is already done. I can also try again later. It is not like the next chance is already gone. And I will also help that government and help that president in whatever means necessary. Thank you.
My question goes to Travis. If you lost elections today, are you going to agree to the results? Thank you.
Okay, so I had answered this question before, but I'll answer it again. As I said, I am not someone who takes losses badly, but I take them as a learning experience. So if in case I lose, I will just have to accept the fact, because you cannot be everybody's favorite. And everybody has their wins and their losses, as I said. So I will just take it as a learning experience, accept what has happened, and I'll have to move on. Help the current president, either Samantha or it will be Habib, in whatever way I can. Thank you very much.
Natalie, if you were to lose the elections, how would you go about it, and will you be able to agree with the results?
I will appreciate myself for taking this bold step. It needs a lot of confidence. And I will remember that there's always next time, and just because I lost doesn't mean it's the end of the world.
Habib, should you lose these elections, what would be your reactions?
I would just accept it and try again next year. Thank you.
Samantha, if you lost elections today, are you going to agree to the results?
I will, because at the end of the day, it's the learner's choice. It's not mine. And because I had the courage to try, I hope I encouraged more learners to take up the position, no matter their gender. And I will be ready to work with the elected president. Thank you.
Alvin, you've told us that you've come far, and we know you're going far. But should you not be elected the school president, will you agree to the results?
In case that happens, it won't be my first time. The first time that happened, it really broke me. It really hurt me deep down. But this time round, I will accept those results. As one of us said here, that you can't be everyone's favorite. And if you lose, you just take it up, pack your bags, and you continue forward. Thank you.
Thank you so much to our presidential aspirant. Thank you for creating time for being part of this debate. We also want to appreciate our audience, everyone in particular, for also creating time to be part of this wonderful session. We have come to the end of this session, And we want to wish every one of you all the best in the upcoming elections. I would want to return the mic to the moderator.
Thank you so much. Can we appreciate our contestants? And can we appreciate our moderators? Let's also appreciate our parents who have been here with us all through. Now, we are coming to the end of our session, and I want to take this opportunity to wish all of us all the best. You still have some time to continue campaigning. Our elections will be happening on 11th of this month, and I know it will be conducted by the IEBC. There will be the officers who will be in our branches carrying out the elections, and we want to say that may the best candidate win. So we want to appreciate all of them as they step out. I will call the name as you leave the room. Then after that, I will allow the audience to leave the room. So thank you so much. I'm being told that mutasimama hapa musalimiane. You wish each and everyone all the best, because we are not fighting. We are only going for the top seats. So from Samantha, please come. Alvin, Travis, Natalie, Habib, and Grace. So what I want us to do is you greet your friend as a sign of we are all fighters. May the best candidate win. So this is how we are going to do it. From Grace, you greet them as you come, then followed by Habib like that. Grace starts. Appreciate your friend. Can we appreciate them? Because Habib, you may follow Habib, then go back. Yes, Natalie, follow. That is it. We are all winners. We are all winners. We are growing the future leaders. So let's appreciate them as they leave the room. Asanteni sana. Asanteni sana. It was a nice session. We've heard what they have told us, and just to bring to their attention, we will hold them accountable for what they have told us. We are going to hold them accountable. So to my students, all of us, make a nice choice. Make a choice that is not influenced with anything. You've heard them, you pick your choice. We want to wish all of us all the best. I will allow my parents to also leave the room. My parents to leave the room. Can we appreciate our parents? Thank you so much for supporting us. It was a nice time having you around. All the best. The next persons that I'm going to allow to leave the room are the deputies. Please go take a photo with your presidents. I know you believe in them. I know you're going to give them the support. Go and be together. Asanteni sana wanafunzi na jopo letu la leo ambalo limekuwa likiuliza maswali wakiongozwa na walimu wetu Bi Eva, Bi Eunice and Bi Mola. Mola awabariki. Asanteni sana. You may leave so that I release the other students. Can we appreciate our moderators? Asanteni sana. It was nice having you today. Then the other students, we are calling this, we are bringing down the curtains. It is over until we meet the day of elections. Remember, on 11th of February, you will be here doing elections, selecting your best president, your best governor, and so on. So asanteni sana. My name is Teacher Maxwell, the head teacher St. Bakhita School. May you see me when I see you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thank you so much, students. Can we leave? Let's go to our classes. Asanteni sana.
I'm a parent in St. Bakhita for over 6 years now. My children really enjoy the facility. They feel the warmth, the love, and it causes them to feel at home. We are living under the Gen Z and Gen Alpha generation, so technology is very key, and St. Bakhita has also picked that up. I see my son doing his homework via his phone, and I think it also makes the learning session so exciting. This is a place to be, and I'm proud to be a parent at St. Bakhita.
St. Bakhita School. St. Bakhita, my name is Nathan Kahagin. I'm in grade 5-3, St. Bakhita School. St. Bakhita has nurtured me from a very young age in inception and has made me the young man I am now. I engage in coding, which I am currently at the 3rd level, which is JavaScript. At this point, I'm pretty sure I can make games and I'm able to access the Google mainframe. St. Bakhita School is one of the best schools that you might ever go to. I really recommend St. Bakhita School for any newcomer. You'll meet very friendly people in every corner you turn, and I am proud to be at St. Bakhita School.
The teaching approach at St. Bakhita is learner-based. For us to be able to create an inclusive environment for the children, the teachers start by understanding each learner's learning styles. For instance, if children are visual learners, the teachers will use visual items for them to be able to understand the lessons. For the other learning styles, like auditory children, of course, most of the time they will introduce audio. We also give them discussions where they come up with groups and then they discuss. And then the group leaders are able to present once they have finished discussing with the rest of the children. At St. Bakhita, we've heavily invested in ICT and technology. For instance, all our teachers are all ICT compliant. Teachers use projectors to be able to teach children real-world experiences. They also use their own phones. And the learners also bring in their gadgets as early as 6 years so that they can be able to be taught ICT skills for them to be able to integrate it effectively. At St. Bakhita, we take extracurricular activities with a lot of seriousness, because apart from the academic excellence, children also need to go out there and discover their strengths and their talents. We encourage our children to join one club per year, and we allow them to have that experience once in a week, where we've allocated a specific time for clubs. So when that time comes, everybody goes for their club and participates in the clubs. My name is Terry Kenyanjiri, head teacher Eagle Plains Kindergarten, and I am proud to be here.
My name is Grace Wale. I've been a parent here for 5 years now. One thing I admire about St. Bakhita is the way they engage our children. Our children have a very, very good relationship with the teachers. They enjoy coming to school. That's something that I think every parent has in fear when you release your child. The most important thing that the team is doing with the administration, that is the teachers and supporting staff, they've been able to inspire our children, to achieve their dreams. So it makes it unique, definitely. The values they instill in the children, I think one of the most important things I love about them is their PPI lessons. It's a pastoral lesson, which is really important, for children to have. I love how they collaborate, their teaching, in terms of they have children engaging in group work, which enhances at least their social skills, their creativity as well. And other than that, they also have a sort of inquiry-based kind of learning, where the learners are free to actually ask questions. They can research on their own. They're pretty independent. They enjoy the entire process, which is so important for us as parents, because we really want them to get the best out of the system, and to become exceptional citizens. So I have 3 of them here. Definitely, I'm very proud.